Hi and welcome to this week's workout video. This one is coming to you from Milton Abbey, which is where we are doing a choral holiday this week. It's a very, very impressive and beautiful place. Lovely to work here. So we're going to start with mezzo di voce exercises, using a crescendo on the U vowel on the top note to take us to the right place before we start singing R, A, E, or U. So we have okay, now try and maintain the sound up here all the time so that all your articulators work independently. And well done. Now that can get to be quite a tough exercise if we use any throat muscles at all. So we want to work with this idea that E. Herbert Cesare talks about, of the beams of sound going up through the top of your head and not being resisted by your throat. Just try that again. And really, that involves your tongue staying nice and soft as you do it. So just try and keep your tongue soft, your throat feeling as if it's really relaxed, and the breath just fires through it. Okay, so now we're going to go into another U, R exercise. So, which you know well. But keep this idea of turn, not noir, okay? And and here, and as I'm doing that, just with that feeling that the larynx tilts, the sound is going into the top of my head. Good, and here. One more. So that's taking you into the top and towards the top of your voice. For some of you, it's not quite the top, and for some of you, it's almost at your limit. But just keep that feeling, and think of it as easy all the time. Never ever be pushing to get there. So let's go for this. Can you give me? Now, there'll be a temptation as you go higher and as you get more stressed about the high notes. And because there's a lot of them, because you keep having to go back to them, your brain does get stressed with it. So you know how to work around that by saying none of it's high, it's all easy. And you have to make sure that every breath that you take in between every single note goes really low, and then you don't use your throat muscles to try and help yourself get to those notes. Of course, you can force those notes to come out. You can make certain of them, and I want you not to make certain of them. I want you to leave them almost willing to come out, so that you're allowing the note to come out rather than forcing it to come out. So don't use any muscle. Be honest with yourself. Keep it really open and easy. Okay, so. And here. What I'm attempting to do there on every single note is feel that the breath goes up and makes the sound in my head, and I don't try and strengthen it from here at all. Now there is always this temptation when you get on a note to do what I call strapping yourself in, to get on the note and grabbing hold of it to make sure that you've got it. And I want you to avoid that if you can. Okay? Now only do this one if it feels easy. I say only do that if it feels easy, because what I don't want is people pushing themselves to get up to higher notes. That exercise is quite demanding. The act of releasing your breath and taking new breaths every time is quite tiring. And if it becomes labored, if you start to push it, then it can be very, very damaging for the voice. So make sure you keep it easy. If you want to, you can go much higher. I mean, ideally, you want to be taking this up to a high C. But that's not for everybody. So just take it as high as you easily can. Remember the saying, it's not about how high you get, it's about how you get there. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, and just by not changing your throat shape, allow the sound to go higher. things like this. Try that. That just adds that little bit of extra something that costs your breath a little bit more. And it doesn't matter if you fail at them, but we're trying to keep the breath in the same place. And the more you do it, the stronger you'll get. Okay, so you can use that just to add that little bit of extra jeopardy, if you like, onto it, but it makes you concentrate for that bit more. And just in the same way that your muscles need to build up, your concentration in doing the same thing and repeating the same pattern and not letting the breath drop, it's really, really important. Okay, so we're going to try something with arpeggios. We're going to do which we've done loads of times, and then we're going to vary it. So trying all the time to keep even the low notes going through your head. Okay, now that's high enough for a lot of you, but let's try this now. We're going to do one going to an O at the top, then one going to an R at the top, and then we're going to take an extra bit at the top. Again, we're loading on more jeopardy into it. Okay, so nice and easy, don't push it, and here. Now again, this will strengthen your concentration, because having done the one where you go into the O twice at the top and then the R on the third one, when you go to the R on the second one, I find that my body just gets surprised because it's not expecting it. So really concentrate on keeping that place the same. And here. And just go through that, accepting the sound that comes, regardless of what you're feeling like, and accept it easily. And if it doesn't quite give you the sound you want, then do it again, but keep doing it easily until it works for you. Not everything works for everybody all the time. So just keep it nice and easy and treat your voice with care and gentleness and encouragement, and it will come for you. Thank you.